success. But Kamala Harris put out a book about the 107 days or 107 or 170. I always get it confused. But nevertheless, she had a very short window. I think one of the shortest presidential campaigns in history. Here, this first clip right here, it talks about her book tour and what she has to say about it.
38-year-old Kamala Harris came out of nowhere and was swept into office as San Francisco's district attorney.
Attorney General of California, Kamala Harris.
Senator Kamala Harris.
Vice President Kamala Harris.
I am now officially the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. This campaign is about who we fight for. We believe in a future where every person has the opportunity not just to get by, but to get ahead. Because ours is a fight for the future. Are you ready to get to work? I promise you, I will always listen to you. The future is always worth fighting for. You guys are doing hard work here.
You know, you may be the first to do many things, but make sure you're not the last.
I am here to say, while I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign. The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation. The ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up.
Oh man, the chat is going crazy. Like, I am very unbiased. I'm in the middle of all of this. Anyways, nevertheless, they want to hear a MAGA perspective. So I'm going to let Enzo go first and I'll let Skeptic go. Enzo, when you watch that clip, what do you think about Kamala? And what do you think the number one reason was why she lost? And are you excited to read her book? Maybe we should have that be the first book for the new party book club. I'm just saying. What do you think?
It should be like a one-page book. I lost. That's about it. I mean, what is she trying to do? Just stay relevant at this point because she dropped out of running for governor for California, and this is her way of staying relevant to say that she's going to run in 28 when the Democrats don't even know who they're going to run in 28 because it's a toss-up between Tim Walz, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg. You guys got like 20 people that say they're going to run. Bernie, AOC. I don't even know what you guys are even doing. But anyway, it's a discussion for another story. All I could think about is thank God that she didn't win. She didn't win because she had no real policies that were her own. 6 out of the 10 policies that she came up with were ripped out of Joe Biden's 2020 playbook that he didn't get done in his 4 years. I'm going to just straight up say America chose the right person because if supposedly 81 million votes, the most votes for any president of all time, if he couldn't get that stuff done while having the House and the Senate and the auto pen as well, couldn't get any of that done, what makes you think that she's going to and probably bend the knee to every world leader out there? I'm biased and I just think she's a horrible pick. And
you know, you're not the only one that feels like this. Skeptic, I was going to have you go, but I would really like Gray to share what he shared with me on the phone today. Gray, do you think Kamala Harris has a future in the Democratic Party? Please let everybody know how you think as a Democrat.
I never thought Kamala. I didn't like Kamala being the vice president. Like, she had to get PR training to be able to talk on camera. So I never thought Kamala was necessarily a strong candidate as an individual. I will agree to an extent to what Enzo was saying because when they kept asking her, like, what are you going to do? She just kept saying price gouging, price gouging. Even though what Trump was saying wasn't necessarily true when he was campaigning, at least it sounded better. So, I mean, like, it was personality-wise, of course, Trump is way more charismatic than Kamala Harris. So if you're just going off of a person that you like, yeah, popularity contest, he's the more likable person.
But that's not what you said to me. You said you would never vote for her ever again in any position because you said you feel like she destroyed the Democratic Party because she should have called out Joe Biden sooner about his cognitive impairments.
Yeah, I did, and I said that she should have said that no, let's have an election, and I just don't want to take it, and because that's what people were upset about. A lot of people were upset that she just got pushed to the front and that there was no primary vote. So independent voters didn't like that. Me myself, I didn't like that because if they were going to do a primary vote, I was going to vote for Gavin Newsom and not Kamala Harris.
Wow. Okay. Skeptic, I'm going to play this clip and I want you to get in here and I want you to tell me how people are feeling about Kamala. But in this clip, this was her on the book tour and she was met with hecklers. In fact, I really want to believe that this is what ruined her campaign and I want your thoughts on it. Here we go.
How and why you were saying what you were saying now and how I felt about it. You're not letting me talk. You know what? I respect your right to speak, but you're not letting me. Let's bring the temperature down. Unlike the current president of the United States.
Okay, so Skeptic, this is my thing. It seems like her campaign was plagued with a lot of pro-Palestine people, and she didn't really speak to that, talk to that. She kind of ignored them. They didn't have anyone speak at the DNC. Do you think that that was the reason why she lost, or what do you think the number one reason? As now we're 9 months in, why she lost?
I don't think that was the main reason because both the left and the right are pro-Israel. So I don't think that that was the main reason. I think that when a woman who is not white runs for a position, all of a sudden everything is scrutinized. She is a highly qualified woman. Like she was attorney general, she was vice president. She is very qualified. But I think like sometimes when women try and take positions of power and they are not white, people question their intelligence and they try and scrutinize every part of them. Her laugh was a problem. But this man's laugh is not an issue. Like the fact that this man's wife was modeling nude was not a problem, but all of a sudden everything about her is an issue. So I think there's a lot of hypocrisy to compare both. And I do want to say that her book is the 170 days that she had to run her campaign. Her book was #1 seller in July when it was first released. And it also continues to be in the bestseller list. So I think it's funny when people say that it's like a failed book tour. It's actually not. It's actually a very accomplished book. I know somebody who wrote a book, and I realized the back work of having to go through publishers and having to do all of like the artwork and everything that it takes to actually put out a book. It's a lot of work. So like kudos to her for having a bestseller. And I also think I was going to say, the whole thing that's going on right now, they should also indict Tulsi Gabbard. I don't know if we forget. We have short-term memory for conservatives and the things that they do. Tulsi Gabbard lied under oath and said that there was no classified information that was text under Pete Hegseth, the first signal gate that we had, because we had 2 of them. And she lied under oath and said there was no, secure information. And then we realized that not only was there a target on there was a time and there was a whatever way that they were going to facilitate this attack. So like if you're going to do what's good for the goose is good for the gander, I think that they should also come after her for lying under oath. Like here's the thing, people think that what's currently happening is good because it's happening to people on the left, but once the power turns and other people have power, they're going to do the same thing. Like the system's going to continue to be manipulated to attack the opposite opponent. I think that we should fix the system so that it can be more fair and not continue to egg on this attack on people because of their political affiliation. Like nobody is going to win from this. And I think that it's like crazy to sit here and be like, yeah, they should do this. This is great. It's not going to be great when it's done to conservatives and they're going to sit there and cry their eyes out. All of a sudden they're going to turn into the victims. So anyways.
I just want to say
Okay,
one
and
quick
so
thing. I just
yeah,
say
go
one
ahead.
quick thing. All I'm gonna say is it is hilarious from the Democrats that they are now the victims for 10 years of going after Donald Trump, and Donald Trump goes after the Democrats now. Now you guys are the victims. Talk about hypocrisy.
I think James Comey is a Republican, though, right?
Yeah, he's a Republican. That's what they said. Because I was like asking people in the chat, I'm like, how does what do you mean?
Yeah, but it has to do
if
with the
I,
Obama
for,
administration, so that's the only
for
reason.
me, I think we should go after Cash Patel. He lied too last week. He said that Epstein was only with little girl with him and the chick and with no one else. And we know that's a lie because them girls, they said they got about like 20 names. And
No, he
what's that
pissed me
man's
off with that.
name? Yeah,
And
but
he
that's
said there
what I'm
was no
saying.
list. He said there is no list.
Yes.
Like he really thinks we're stupid.
I wish we could all come together really about this Epstein shit because I'm telling you, the center of everything in the last 5 to 10 years, I really do. No, forget that. 20 years is connected to this man. The last 20 years. I'm going back all administrations, not just Trump, but I think Trump got the call. You got to protect at all costs. But nevertheless, Kamal, what's your thoughts about Kamala Harris? Are you sad she didn't win? Are you happy with the way things are going? Do you think it would have mattered and made a difference if she won?
No, I'm not sad that she didn't win. I did. First of all, Doc, I gotta talk to you in the chat. When I heard them say 38, I was like, ain't no way in hell Kamala Harris is 38. I had to Google her age real quick. Is she 60, bro? So I was confused as hell too, because they said that shit. I was like, and then Daryl, the name of her book, y'all know the name of her book?
170 days.
Well, it should have been called 170 Days of Blackness. One hell of a ride. Because she pretended to be black for 170 days. I give her extra day, 108 days. You feel me?
Oh my God.
I don't know if her book tour is a flop or anything like that. Skeptic just said it wasn't a flop or nothing like that. But I'll tell you this much. Every time you try to pander on some shit, you're going to lose. That's how I feel. Especially how Trump came with it. You feel me? And I ain't a Trump fan or nothing like that. But let's be all the way honest. Bro was coming with it, and he wasn't trying to pander to a certain group of people to try to get some votes. I don't care what nobody say. Kamala Harris tried to pander to the black community to get votes, but for the longest, when she was running as a politician, she was bigging up her Indian side. When she was running for all that shit in the Bay Area and all that bullshit she did as a DA, she did a lot of bullshit in DA as a DA in Frisco, y'all. She was locking up parents because they kids was like tardy or not going to school, and she laughed about that shit. So Kamala Mammy Harris, you feel me? Hell no, I ain't sad that she lost. And I think if she would have won, things would have been a lot different. First of all, we wouldn't have that 100K fee with the H-1B visas and shit. I personally think. True. Yeah, I personally think. At the same time, man, immigrants would have ran amok. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. So like I said, I ain't no damn Trump fan, but indirectly he helping certain communities of my black people, especially in like Chicago and shit. You feel me? So yeah, but keep writing books. Be like Joy Reid. Have a blast. You feel me? Hope y'all get y'all coins. Everybody grifting, I guess. Republican, Democrat, don't matter. Just writing books and shit. Okay, I might read it.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh man. Wow. Because Skeptic is leaving us early. I know she's gonna love this topic. We're gonna move on to the next thing. We're gonna